Hello everybody, Dokkan here. Welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Make sure that I'm recording, doing everything correctly, because oh my god, this morning I feel like today will go down in history as like one of those suckiest days ever. So we are here for another run here with the EZA characters that just released earlier today. Again, I had a lot of technical difficulties, so I couldn't get these videos out as early as I could because, you know, life just doesn't like me. So we got the LR17 and Golden Frieza. This is gonna be a surprise to a lot of you, but this is the LR I might have pulled the least. So these guys are only at 69%, so they're not gonna be at their most optimal level, but we're gonna test them out. Hopefully you guys enjoy the showcase. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about these guys. So they lead Universe Survival Saga or Join Forces category, key plus 4 all stats 160%. That is very interesting. Let me see, what was their prior leader skill? Was it 150? Yeah, 150. So just 10% added to stats. It's not bad. So their 12 key is the limit breaking assault. They massively raise attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. And the final assault is their 18 key. They greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers attack and defense. So these guys are going to be more on the offensive side of things, it seems. So we'll have their passive here, last remaining key. So they get attack and defense plus 177% at the start of turn. They get key plus 7 and reducing damage received by 50% for one turn from the character's entry turn. So just at the start of turn, they will have that 50% damage reduction. They are tossing out 2 additional attacks, each of which has a 50% chance of becoming a super. And they have a 70% chance to performing a critical hit when HP is 77% or less. They're getting key plus 1 up to key plus 7, and an additional attack and defense plus 11% up to 77% with each attack performed. So that means that they do need to do at least 7 attacks in battle for us to be able to see that section of the passive fully active. In addition to that, they get an additional key plus 1 up to key plus 5, and an attack and defense plus 20% up to 100% with each super attack performed. So they can do attacks, and we can be able to get the 77% attack and defense and key plus 7 buff. But it's just gonna count as attacks. The other buff that these guys can get, they do need to toss out super attacks in order for them to get that buff. They have a chance of performing a critical hit plus 17% and reduces damage received by 17% within the same turn with each attack performed. So I'm assuming just additionals for this character. Additionals and dodge will be the greatest option for them. Of course, again, only have them at 69%, which is, again, I have to go through my list, but I feel like this is one of the least LRs that I pulled. I do remember summoning for them when they came out for the 6-year anniversary, and just got 1 copy and dipped, but I haven't been able to see what is it, this animation? I haven't seen this animation in a while. It's so tricky because if you summon on the banner, like on a legendary summon banner, you get this LR. This LR has the similar card art as somebody in particular. Tell me that they might have fumbled the ball here and said, yeah, let's do the same pose for these guys. You guys remember that one infamous summon that Truth did? And he was like, yes, we got the LR, but it was the wrong one. Because it was STR7, like this STR Golden Frieza, who Dokkan awakens into Golden Frieza and Ultimate Gohan. It's just, oh, it's so surreal. Anyway, let's just go ahead and continue on with this video, bro. It's just so funny to me. So let's go ahead and jump in. Again, we're going into the Red Sun movie boss rush here, and we'll see how things go for us with this team. So yeah, this LR is gonna be the more assault or more offensive character. because you guys saw the Team Universe 7 showcase. Those guys are providing support. They have damage reduction. They are providing support even on their super attacks. They are going to be looking very, very good for their stuff. So we do have them on the team. So if you guys need a refresher as to what they do, we'll have them in here. So let's do this, right? I just saw during the showcase that these guys, upon collecting these rainbow key spheres, check the stats below for these characters. They get their buffs within the turn upon collecting those key spheres, which is pretty stupid by this character. So this character, full max links active right now. If we are able to double or maybe triple super turn here, we are, well, not triple super, because if we do super attack more than once here in this turn, we are going to be providing all the stuff to the allies here. But if we get to super attack this way, right, we are going to be providing that additional support to the 17 and Golden Frieza. Now, if we kept them on the same rotation, I feel like we are going to have a field day with all the attack buffs that Team Universe 7 is going to be providing for the 17 and Golden Frieza. So why do I keep looking into 17 and Golden Frieza? Let me see the attack stat. I just did the showcase and I should remember what they do, right? And I can't. Yeah, the 30% attack and defense for one turn, but they are providing 30% attack and defense for 2 turns if their super attack is on the 18 key. So that is what we're doing. So we are going to get that 30% attack buff from these guys. Let me see. We're getting some links active. We're missing Tough as Nails, Brainiacs, and Solid Support, which the best linking partner for this character is going to be the Android 17 or the Team Universe 7 LR. Actually, no, Android 17 links 4 links. Never mind. Yeah, the Team Universe 7 LR is going to be their best linking partner. Another good linking partner is going to be the LR Goku and Frieza. You know what could have made this a banger of an anniversary celebration? Super EZA, those guys. Come on. But yeah, looking pretty strong here on this turn. Let me just drive UI Goku off rotation. I do want to try to see if we can be able to showcase these guys as much as possible. So right here, they're getting 50% damage reduction. Actually, I could have put them on slot 1 just to see what they do, but yeah, you know what? Let's do that. All right, we're back here. So let's see. We'll do this turn right here. Actually, no, let's. So yeah, UI Goku will give them shocking speed. So let's do this. So with them collecting like key spheres and things like that, they don't get anything in particular. So you can just go whatever route you want to go for. Did I mention this? Yeah, I did mention their super attack effects. Unfortunately here, we're not going to be able to lower attack and defense. But you know, Gogeta, the Supreme Magnificent battle up against Gogeta could be a decent fight since these guys lower attack and defense. So pretty good option if you guys do want to run these guys in there. So let's see. Of course, do you seal? Okay, no sealing, but that's a lot of damage, even with 50% damage reduction here. 6.3. Again, they're not rainbowed. I am ashamed. I'm not a true whale, guys. I'm so sorry. So I am showcasing these guys at like 69%. So we got 1 super attack and 1 normal. Let me just go ahead and make sure to count. Actually, no, 2 super attacks at the moment. And that's a normal. 3 super attacks and 1 normal. Okay. You guys will see that their attack stack is going higher down below on their attack stat. So they have done 3 super attacks and 1 normal. So gotta keep that in mind because they need to do at least 5 super attacks. So we need 2 more super attacks, and they need 6 normals in order for them to get all of their buffs on their passive fully active. And we do get, within the turn, we do get damage reduction. So if we do have these guys on slot 2, which is going to be their designated spot, because they are now going to be without damage reduction on slot, like on their first, after their first appearance, they're just going to have the 50% damage reduction upon their entry turn. But Now we got to depend on their attacks. They got to do multiple attacks in order for us to be able to get the additional 17% damage reduction that they can give us. So we started off by doing, so they have done 3 super attacks and 1 normal. So they have done 4 attacks in the same turn. I don't know how many is 17 times 4. We'll see. I gotta look for my calculator. I'm gonna use my phone calculator. I don't trust my computer's calculator because I have a hotkey that pauses the video if I am doing some like calculations. I do have the plus symbol as a hotkey because I didn't have the pause button on the recording anyways. So 17 times 4. We had 68% damage reduction on that turn. Well, with an additional 50% damage reduction upon the entry turn, yeah, we couldn't be touched on that turn. So I think that's how it works. So it's 17% damage reduction. At the first, at his entry turn, we had the 50% damage reduction. So now he's completely naked. We do have to see if we can be able to do all those attacks. So I'm not gonna give a lot to you, Goku. I'm sorry, my boy. I can't have you stealing the show. So now these guys are gonna, I mean, they're looking pretty solid here. 494k. This is with all the attacks that they've done. So right now we need 2 more super attacks and 6 more normals in order for us to look consistent. No dodge, UI Goku, really. So yeah, he's not getting most of his links active here. I do have him paired up with this UI Goku because of the shocking speed link. So okay, we'll see how many attacks are we able to put out here. Apparently this guy is going to super here, 12.6. So we need 1 more super attack in order for us to get the final buff on the super attacks. Give me 1 more. Okay, that's 2 normals. That's 3 normals, and then we got the super. So the super condition is done. 3 normals done. So we need 4 more on the next progressing turns, and we should have his full buff active. So looking at his stats now, yeah, the defense looking pretty solid there. Yeah, looking very, very good. On the next turn, we are going to, I might float them off because I want to see this turn join with Team Universe 7 because of this element right here, that we are just able to collect orbs and they get a support buff because of that, because of the orb collection. So and we'll do that right there. And again, the best linking partner is going to be this Team Universe 7 LR. So since I'm keeping these guys on 1 rotation, I don't want to keep these other guys on the other rotation, so they are never going to get linked up at all. So maybe start on the next turn, getting them floated off, and then on the same turn, you know, we're not going to have 17 on the rotation because, again, this is not the showcase for Team Universe 7. So we will have the Team Universe 7 on slot 1. We'll have the 17 and Golden FRIEZA on slot 2. And then we'll have 17 at the end there. And that is going to be a very phenomenal turn. A lot of buffs provided there, depending on how many super attacks Team Universe 7 is going to give us. The defensive support that the physical 17 is, MVP 17 is going to provide as well. That is going to be a very juiced up turn, depending on how many attacks are we able to do. And the rainbow key spheres that we're able to collect, right? So interestingly exciting times. So I cannot wait. I am very excited, ecstatic for that rotation there. So I'm gonna drift them off here. We do have they do have an active skill. I will talk about it once we get to the rotation. So drifting them off here, we're not gonna be seeing them for the 2 turns, but their active skill, this can be activated after performing 4 or more super attacks in battle. Again, I feel like that was the mistake from these guys prior to their ECA. What was the pre-ECA stuff? So they were able to have the great chance of launching 2 additional attacks, but they didn't have a chance at all for those attacks to be super attacks. So this character was very dupe depending on the additionals. So it was maybe one of the many reasons as to why this character wasn't that interesting. So now with those additionals that have a chance of being super attacks, and those additionals being guaranteed to be tossed out. God dang it. You really did that, huh? Okay, man. Thank you for ruining my showcase. This was gonna be a very good turn, because I wanted MVP 17 to be on slot 1, and this buffoon decided to lock UI Goku there. Great, thank you. Appreciate it. So now they have the guaranteed additionals. Before, it was just a chance to performing the additionals, but now they have the guaranteed additionals. So really, really good stuff. We'll see MVP 17 on the next like 2 turns as well. The next 3 turns maybe, depending on how the rotation goes. But I do want to get them linked up together with the good old MVP 17, so he can be able to provide that extra defensive support. I am very interested to put those 2 characters together. So. Yeah, next turn, let's see. We'll have, actually, you know what? I'll just skip because I don't want you guys to get tortured by this. All right, so we are back in it here. We should have had the turn where MVP 17 would have been here, but he's not. So it is interesting. So we do have the support memory active. We're gonna get the support from the 17. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to collect the rainbow key spheres, it seems, because the game has screwed me yet again from having fun. So let's go ahead and play this active skill.
赤が足止めに随分と全力を出されたようですね。
もし俺が失敗してもお前がいればあとは大丈夫だと思ったからな。
信頼していただけて光栄ですよ。
I wish there were mouth motions in that active skill. I think, I don't know, if I might have not seen it, but maybe 17 was moving, but couldn't see Golden FRIEZA's moving as well. So yeah, man, I mean, if we had Rainbow Key Spheres to collect, we could have seen a better support. I guess if I put these guys on slot 1. Okay. Excuse me? It says 915k defense. Okay. Sure. Cool. Fine. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I will have access. Actually, not just see. This is why. God, I hate Dokkan. I hate it. I hate it. Why do you keep ruining, man? So I'm not gonna be able to collect the Rainbow Key Spheres. Maybe on the next turn, but let's see this turn here. It is not. It is 21 key, so we're missing 1 key. I'm actually gonna go back, man. Yeah, I just noticed that it 17 is moving his mouth. We also know who we have to blame for our stupid shenanigans of orb changing, Mr. Janemba. So, gonna get this so we can get 22 key. That is going to give these guys the additional. So we can be able to get those additional buffs. We'll do this for these guys. Also 915k defense. That is just absurd. I think they only need 4 or 3 more additionals in order for their buffs to be done. When they say attack, I don't know if super attacks count. It says with each attack performed, so I'm pretty sure we do have that buff. I think super attacks do count as well, so it doesn't have to be like a super attack and a normal differential. So okay, double buff there, 20 million with a chance of them doing like 2 more of these. And we got the active skill available, so they are getting an additional key plus 7 and an extra defensive buff of 77%. That's why their defense is pretty high. And they are guaranteed critting for this turn. So look at them go. That's just crazy. It's crazy. Crazy good. Quad super, by the way. If only we had the Rainbow Key Spheres collected by the Team Universe 7, man. That would have been perfect. So their attack stat went pretty high after they left. I do want to see their attack stat. Let me see if I can be able to get a chance to look at it. 23.6. Jesus. They're 69%. Yeah, they're crazy. I've been seeing a lot of people maybe, you know, just thinking, hey, maybe we can get a copy of the... Maybe I get a copy with the coins and things like that. I don't think you should collect these guys with coins. I don't think so. It's just not gonna be healthy for you and your coins to pick these guys up with the even with the red coins. They're gonna be only available with the red coins, so I don't really think you should collect those guys with the red coins, man. It's just gonna be a travesty if you do. So $34. That is utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Okay, so we are losing the buff that we got from the domain. So the only thing, wow, really, just one rainbow keys? Are you kidding me? Okay. I really do want to do this, but I want to keep them together. So Team Universe 7, I depend on you guys. Don't take a super attack that might get us killed. So either way, if we do die, then we've seen a lot from these guys already. They're looking pretty great. 530k defense right now. Don't want to get the Dokkan attack, but unfortunately I'm gonna get it. Of course. Please, every time we get a slot 1 frame 1 Superman, it's just so annoying. Please don't kill me. I hate this game. Okay, so we got a really good turn here. I'm gonna just try to maintain this rotation so that whenever we go back and see this rotation again, it'll be with these guys' active skill already enabled. Because the game hates me again. I don't know what to tell you. So we'll get 3 Rainbow Key Spheres. There's going to be a 21% additional support with the additional attacks that we're going to be providing to these guys, right? So 571k. I feel like they've only done like 2 attacks so far. So we do need to keep pumping out those super attacks. And those normals. So again, all the total amount of attacks should be the total amount of the super attacks that we can do. Oh my, 26, Jesus. And then we get the other number of normals that they can do, and that should amount to the total number of attacks that they can provide us, if I'm calculating things correctly. Okay. So that's 18.5 million. There's the additional there. Should be the 4th attack. And maybe we could get another super attack here. It could be the 5th super. Okay, well, the 5th attack going on. We just need 1 more super attack, buddies. Okay, never mind. So we'll just be needing 1 more super. That'll be the last buff that they need. So these guys can look really, really good. So not bad whatsoever. But yeah, I'm gonna have to progress a little bit more faster. I do want to see that rotation again where we had MVP 17 at the end, and then providing the active skill by that 17 in Golden FRIEZA. So I'll be right back when that happens. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be the last turn. I don't know if I feel like Team Universe 7 might finish things off. I'm hopeful that the type advantage for Cooler comes through, but it's a pretty good turn. We had the active skill available, so we used it. They're at 1 million defense here, along with MVP 17. We were only able to collect 1 Rainbow Key Sphere. I want to say that they are fully built up, but I could be wrong. So please, Team Universe 7, do not finish Cooler, please. Get the attack buffs that our boy is going to do, but don't finish off the fight. Okay, there's the additional. We're getting 60% attack and defense this turn. No! You know what? Screw it. I'm done, man. I feel like I need to take a break today. Today has not been a good day. Anyways, they are good. They're pretty good. Their defensive stat is incredible. The more attacks that they do, the better. They're going to be doing a lot of attacks, of course, if they perform on their optimal level, you know, yeah, things like that. Anyways, I'm done. Hit that like button, subscribe. Please enjoy these videos, man. I hate myself. Every day I'll keep saying it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.